Hello, and welcome to my second attempt at, at recording this. I have had to start this level again because I went through the entirety of this before and recorded it, and well, I thought I'd recorded it. I thought I'd hit the record button, but I haven't. And of course, I'd gone on into the game and saved it. Which wasn't particularly clever. So you have two options when you do something insane like that. The first option is you can replay through the whole damn game again just to get to that part. Or you can attempt to do what I'm trying to do right now, which is cock up. As you can see, I'd gone on to E1M7. Now, what I think I'm going to do, I don't really want to go back and do that. But I think I'm going to. And here's the reason why. So I was showing you an option I could have done there, which was to do that. But I think the reason I'm going to carry on and do it this way is because I'm already part way through this, as you can see. And I just think in the interest of the fact that I've got the backpack of ammo, and just for a bit of fairness in the continuity element as well, even though this is replaying what I'd already done before, which isn't great from a playthrough series of videos, I think it's also a bit more genuine doing it this way, to be honest. What I've tried to do is I've tried to do a couple of save files, but what happened was in saving, it moves the file up to the most recent entry. So what I'd done is I'd saved, and then what I thought was overwriting a save file actually turned out to overwrite the file I was trying to keep in reserve, because the game automatically moves the file up, which is really annoying. You should keep them where they are. I suppose, yeah, you could argue I should have checked more thoroughly before I hit the save button. That would be fair. But normally save files don't move in their order. Well, I mean, I'm saying normally. I'm speaking in very generalised terms there. For me, in my experience, they don't tend to move. This isn't going very well. When you try to do something the right way, always seems to be the way. If I'd have probably tried to cheat my way through this, it probably would have gone a bit better. But no, I just wanted to try to do this the best way possible. In speaking of this game, by the way, I mean, it's at first I think I've kind of a little bit torn on it. Wonderful. Oh god, so yeah, this is going to be it now, isn't it? I'm going to be stuck doing this. This is a very strange set of episodes in the Doom game, and the weird thing is that it's obviously classed as being canon, and being part of it because it's in the collection, the Bethesda collection for Doom, and I found it very weird. I don't know if I get on with it or not, to be honest. I don't like that they took out the plasma gun and the BFG 9000. I know they've replaced them with the new weapons, but the flamethrower, there have been instances where I think, oh, that's really worked well, and then there's other instances where I'm just like, nah, I want the plasma gun. The problem I have with the flamethrower is you can hurt yourself with it. So it's like in the past you just had the rocket launcher that was like that. All the other weapons you could fire, that's just not hitting that at all. Yeah, and I find that there's a few issues like that with the game as well. I think it's I know that was also with the original Doom game, but there's just there's certain things I'm not a big fan of with this. I don't like this type of new enemy. They move their shots move too fast. And when I moved on to see, I've got ammo problems here now. But when I moved on to the later sort of stages, or in the next level, there was some serious issues with the flamethrower. Not when I was using it, but actually when the bad guys were using it. The creatures have a flame attack, and unfortunately there's a glitch, and I don't think that glitch is going to get fixed anytime soon. Okay, so I can't hit them through there, and that is, the flame was nowhere near me, and when we get to it again it'll probably occur. It was nowhere near me and I was taking damage. That's not acceptable. That is not ever been an issue with Doom. I've had issues of clipping where I've had something like an object pass through another, but I've never had an issue where something is clearly nowhere near me and I've taken damage. And that is down to the fact that they're using like a new weapon system in the Doom engine, and the Doom engine, it wasn't built for that. Like something that remains on the ground burning, that something shoots at you, that isn't in Doom. That's not a weapon that was in any of the Doom games. And so I think it would probably be fair to say that the Doom engine just isn't built for that. You're asking it to do something that it wasn't intended to do. And I think that I don't know how much testing was done with it, but I'm not impressed with that bit. I think it's a little bit of a letdown, but I'm willing to give it a chance. It's just not. I don't want to say that I'm a purist and come across as being a bit of an arse that way, but I think if you're going to swap weapons out, you're always going to run the risk of messing with the balance of the game. Unfortunately, these games have been perfected and balanced down the years, and just sort of arbitrarily introducing a new weapon, particularly one that is very unique in how it works, I think you are running a risk of it not working. And I think that's what we have here with this flamethrower. As I say, you've got to be very careful because you can injure yourself, which is never good with a weapon. The rocket launcher was bad enough. You had to be extremely careful with the rocket launcher. But with this weapon, yeah, not a fan. It works, by the way. I mean, I'm not saying it's not effective. It's very effective. But it's hazardous to yourself, and there are a lot of instances. Here's what I mean by in terms of balance, because there are instances in Doom where you're in a room and you get quite a few powerful enemies around you. Having the ability to take them out with a plasma gun is essential, and it's quite close proximity. And that's why the plasma gun can be very deadly and very effective, because you don't suffer damage. You can't hurt yourself with the plasma gun. You can with the rocket launcher. So the balance act there is that in that situation, you would use the plasma gun to kill the enemies with, and not have to worry about hitting yourself, with a rocket launcher, for example. That's gone. That's not in the game anymore. But those scenarios still are. You're still going to go into rooms where you're surrounded by very powerful, deadly enemies, as you're going to see in a minute here. Now, right here, now the plasma gun would be brilliant. I'm having to use this, and already, you see, that wasn't that bad. I mean, you look at that and think, oh, that was good, but I still took damage, not from the enemies, but from my own fire. That wouldn't have happened with the plasma gun. I mean, I got away with that. And bear in mind, I'm not playing this on the highest difficulty settings, so if I was, there's a good chance that I could have faced a lot tougher enemies in that scenario. But that's just me. I mean, those are just my observations with it. Oh, God. Messed that up completely. Okay. Gonna stay on this side because I can't really see through the bodies there, and I won't be able to see the Cyber Demon firing a rocket at me. Yeah, I mean, because I've played through this before, I'm not as surprised by the Cyber Demon being that you'd see that in the other playthrough, where I've already done this. Where it was sort of recorded it this morning. Oh God, he tagged me. There we go. Got him. So yeah, I mean, I know it's probably a bit of a quibble, but I liked it how it was. I say it's not a complete disaster by any stretch, but I'm enjoying this. It's very good. I liked what I liked, if that makes sense. Now I've got to try to remember what the hell I did. Oh god, it wasn't that. It was that. So I teleported myself back, although I think this morning I did that bit a lot better. Hang on, there's no armour, is there? Just, I can't see. I'll have to go back over. Oh, damn it, there isn't. However, I think, yeah, I managed to jump in that time. And that's what I did on my earlier playthrough. Oh, hell. Yeah, you see? Oh, I hate that. Just takes a mass load of your health as well. Is this even hurting them? I did so much better. It's always the way, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell, I didn't think that could get through the barrier. That's disastrous. bloody hell. Alright. Never ends this. I'm stuck. Shit. Right. I'm fed up with this. Yeah, they'll just have to deal with it because I'm not playing through. I've already played through this once on a bloody playthrough and I'm not doing it again. I'm not wasting all this time. Just get this level done in God mode. And then because frankly I'm fed up with playing the same bit over and over again when I've already done it. And I wouldn't have had to do this at the save mode. You see, this is what I mean. So let me just show you here. So you go into save game and that is an older save, even though when you look at that it's higher up the order. So okay, I save, it says game saved, and then when you go back in to the save game, there it is. Now if I then saved there and saved over that file, what would happen when I go to save again is that file there. So if I say, I'm not going to at the moment, but if I then saved over that file, what would happen is that file wouldn't stay there, it would go up there because it's saving the game. The game save is going to be in the most recent one at the top, and that's what happened. Rather than it keep it there so I could tell which was the separate one easily, it moved that up there and I just hit save, so it overwrote the save file that was there. So it was there. You kind of get my drift. So it kind of knackered that up a little bit. That's why I've had to do it like this. It's not the best way. But really sort of the only way, if that makes sense. And that's why I've had to go back and do this again, because generally what I do is I save at the start of the level and then we'll do incremental saves throughout the level. And what happened was that went out the window because of that, and I ended up losing the start of the level save is what I'm trying to say. And that consequently had the knock-on effect of buggering up everything else. So when I hadn't recorded, I could have just easily gone back and started the beginning of the level and redo that particular level. I couldn't, because I'd accidentally saved over it. So the game save that was there was right at the very end of the next level. God, it makes sense. But that was the big problem, and why I've had to go back, because this was part way through this level, was the previous save, if that makes the slightest bit of sense. This one should have been overwritten with the start of level save, but it wasn't, because I picked the wrong save file, is the short version of it. So when I'm having to go back now to fix the problem, I'm having to replay rather than just start at the beginning of the level. I'm having to go back and do this bit again. And the reason I've put God mode on here is simple, because I've already done this, and it's already in the previous video in the Legacy of Rust playthrough I'm doing. But I just wanted to do this and just sort of play through this bit. Yeah, kind of thing. And then just, because as you can see, it gets quite hectic, rather than then have to endure multiple attempts of me trying to play through this, because like I say, you know what it's like. You go back to do it and you just think, right, I'll just simply play through this. It never works out that way. It always goes to crap, doesn't it? Nothing ever goes to plan when you need it to. Especially when you're dealing with pesky bloody revenants as well. They always throw a spanner in the works. But yeah, I think it's very good, this. I mean, I like this type of stuff where they've modified the environments, making them a lot more creepier. But there's also, I think, also a bit of a flip side to some of these levels as well, where they don't. It's hard for me to put the finger on, but it doesn't. Sometimes they don't feel like Doom, if that makes any sense, or they don't feel like in the same vein or tradition as a typical Doom WOD. There's a very unique look and feel to these, which I, for the most part, I like, but for some of them, I'm not too sure. The next level in particular, and I think, like I say, what it is the introduction of the new enemies, and mixed with the new weapons, sort of leaves it a bit weird for me. It has a bit of a weird feel to it, and I can't. I say I can't put my finger on it. I can. It just doesn't feel balanced. At times, it feels a bit. dare I say, lopsided in its sort of design. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it because it's not a very simple and straightforward kind of thing. I don't know. But we've got to the end of Creeping Hay anyway. So this was the start. Now this is what I will do. This is what I do. So I'll go save, and there we go. So that one we're finished with. So I would then save it, and now that's saving at the start. And then when I go to save again, I will save here, and that will be my incremental save. But as you can see, I'd finished the E1M6, and that was the incremental save. So I thought, but it wasn't. It was the beginning of the level. It was that one, and I'd saved over that one. Yeah, I'd saved over that one instead of what I thought was the increment. God, I'm doing it. Yeah, incremental save goes there. Beginning of the level save goes there, and yeah, I just yeah. So we're now back to where I was at, and yeah, this level in particular, I'll probably have to do it again. I ended up using God mode, and I'll probably have to do it again. And the reason being, as you will no doubt see, by the way, yeah, that still kind of looks a bit weird. Actually, I'm lighting myself on fire here. I'm not a fan of this weapon, and it has a very limited range as well, which isn't great. The plasma gun doesn't. The plasma gun just goes right the way across the screen. It does what you need it to do. Now this bugger does what it wants to. It has a limited range, and again, that's why you have to be careful that you don't end up lighting yourself on fire. So out there, see, that annoys me. Get rid of them. Out here, there's some bad guys up there and up there, and they were throwing fire, and the fire was landing. I landed on that platform there, and I was stood here and I was taking damage. I was like, oh, around the area, and I was like, nope. I'm nowhere near that. Why am I taking damage? So yeah, it's a very, very strange. And I don't know if it was so save. So that's the start. There we go. So now what you'll see in the save, see, that's now, I just saved that, and that was the mistake I made, because I saved there, but that is now up there. As you can see, that's the time. So you can actually see I'm doing this around 7:30 at night. And I saved over that instead of that, so I lost the beginning of this level. I've really over embellished that, haven't I? See, that was there again. See, I was over here. That hit me, fair enough. But that over there didn't. So it's clearly not working properly. And neither am I, because I don't have the bloody yellow key. Now I've got to try and remember what the bloody hell I did to get the yellow key. I think this is where I ended up using God mode. Not that I particularly wanted to, but the problem is you need to open up these doors. Let me get this. You need to open up these doors and you go out here. Is it out here? No, it's not. It's round here. It's round here. Here it is. So you go out there and through there, but there's no environmental suit. There's no environmental suit. So the game is basically telling you that you're going to lose energy. By the way, if I put God mode on, it resets. Which I just think that's bullshit. I don't like it when they do that. That really sucks. So, save. Being careful this time. So, that. Don't save over that. We want to save over that. Because that's the beginning of the level. And that's the interim, so I've got that down pat this time. Where am I getting? Where did he come from? Bloody hell. No, did he come out? No, I was here, wasn't I? Did he just come out of there? Oh, bloody hell, I forgot about him. Oh. I'm not having a good time with this, I have to say. This is probably not a very good place to be, is it? Well, let's save anyway. So, 1936. Run like bloody hell. See, it's not. Wasn't stood in it then. Why was I? Damn, that is just annoying. Give me my bloody plasma gun back, you bastards. So anyway, I've got the yellow key. Oh, these have lowered. Great. So I've got the yellow key. And that's just landed right on there where I need to go. And I can't get them with the rocket launcher even. See? Look! How is it hurting me there? Right, this is the best bit of the level, this. Well, it was, because last time I did it, it killed everything the first time out. Guess the game's decided to cheat again. But I actually thought that was going to be a really decent weapon, but it transpires, as you find out later on, it's not that great. I would have got torched again there. So that's brilliant, that. That is absolutely stunning how useless that is. So they put those columns there, they give you the weapon, right? And then they put these columns there to block the usage of it, that you give you the weapon to take these out, and then they then block it. There's markers for good level design and bad level design, and I think being a troll like that is bad level design. That's just my opinion. I don't particularly like that, but hey, let's not get too negative. There are a lot of positives in the game. That isn't one of them. Jesus Christ, I thought I was going to hit that pillar then with a rocket. So there's the blue key over there. So apparently, I was looking at those things. They were abandoned concepts from Doom, from the original Doom. Them Banshee things. And I think that they were like the Lost Souls. And they then sort of abandoned them. They were sort of like an original concept for it, and then they abandoned them in favour of what you got. Oh, come on. Like, where did that come from? Where? It came from that direction. But there's nothing there. I can hear them things coming after me. Right, don't think that's all. Ba-boom. I think I need to go back out there, don't I? Really? Oh, bugger off. Yeah, there's the red door there. Something having a fight over there? It's hard to tell with the new... oh no, they're not. Oh crap. I can hear what sounds like something having a fight, but it's hard to tell with the new monsters. Bastards. Oh, come on. They don't get staggered. Lost a truckload of bloody health there. Have it. The Berserk would definitely be useless on this level. The hell? What's happening here now? What was that in aid of? Weird. I remember this bit. It's like a what's it? A loop. Gets very confusing. I don't like the fact that they have my plasma gun. I've done that bit. It's... Hey. Oh, bloody hell. Right, where did that fire come from there? See, that fire just appeared there. Where did that come from? From that? Came from all the way over there? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think I made comment when I played it the first time. It's really sort of convoluted, the ending to this. But anyway, we're done. We're caught up. This is where this is oh dear God, this is where I finished this morning, and we're caught up now, so I'm going to stop here, primarily because we're nearly an hour, because we played a bit of the other one, and join me for the next one, and now we're in the right place, so I will catch you all later.